Hello, everybody, and welcome to another cup of self-empowerment to trust, heal, and be thyself. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome a very, very, very special lady, a very special friend of mine from the US, who's joining us today for a cuppa, and I just can't wait. So welcome to Shelley. Shelley Om is in the house with us, drinking tea, I hope, today. So Shelley, for those of you who don't know Shelley is a 500 registered yoga teacher, a Usui Holy Fire 3 Reiki master, a Buti yoga instructor, a vibrational sound healer, and sound bath facilitator. She loves people, and her goals are to help as many people as possible to heal from physical and emotional hurts and help them find their inner strength, peace, and bliss. That is just beautiful. And anybody who knows Shelley personally will know that Shelley has such a vibrant energy, and she has the biggest smile, what you're seeing now, that just lights up the room. So yeah, last time she was here with me, and now she's over on the other side of the pond. So I'm just really happy that we've got to connect again for us to have a cuppa together. So welcome, Shelley.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me. I've wanted to come on for the longest time, so I'm just thrilled to be here today.
We're just honored to have you, Shelley. So Shelley, let's go straight into you telling us about how you started trusting thyself when you started your own personal journey.
Well, in the beginning, I didn't trust myself. I was very tentative, just like a little Portuguese lady. And when I started out my yoga journey, I wasn't thin, bendy person like some of the people in the class. Some of the instructors that I had were just very, this is the way that you do it. And if your body doesn't go that way, then you're doing it wrong. And I just had a sour taste in my mouth, and I was very intimidated by it. But I stuck with it. I kept going. My niece one day asked me to go to a Buti yoga class with her, and I said, no, I don't want to. I just was thinking back of the yoga that
tell us about Buti yoga. What is Buti yoga? Because some people don't know what it is.
So Buti yoga, it's not booty your booty. It's B-U-T-I. Yoga. But you get a good booty from doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
A lot of work with our glutes. But it's an Indian Marathi word, and it means the cure to something that's been hidden inside you or kept secret. So we think of it as like your empowerment or something that's inside of you that you have to get rid of and release.
Oh, wow.
And it comes from the word jadi buti, which in Ayurvedic medicine is just a root that you have to really dig deep for to get out to make the medicine. And we do a lot of drumming, and we do a little bit of yelling, but it's just a release to release things that need to get out of you. And
oh my goodness,
it teaches you to look inside for answers instead of like trying to get external validation. And it's all about listening to your body and loving your body. And there's not one way to do things, and it flows quickly. So it's not like you're not doing it, everyone's doing it, or you can in 2 seconds they're on to something else, you just hop back in and you can do it. It's very encouraging. It's just a beautiful, beautiful practice.
Okay.
So when my niece asked me to go, I said, no, I don't want to go, because I just was thinking back of the old yoga of days gone by. And she said, no, Auntie, you're going to like it. I promise you, you'll love it. And when I went, I was just like immediately drawn to it. Like if booty hits you, then booty, just like it is your jam. And then that, you know, you need it. So I came back to Connecticut, and this was in Massachusetts. Came back to Connecticut, tried to find a Buti yoga class, and I couldn't find any. So anytime I wanted to go, I had to drive more than an hour.
Oh, whoa, that's far.
To go, yeah, to Buti. So then after like a year or so of doing this, I saw a certification, and I was like, I'm just going to go and get certified and bring it back to Connecticut. So I went. I was very afraid. I was petrified. I got there. Again, there were a lot of younger people in the class, not with little legs and little arms like me. But I had been going for a long time, and even I had long story, like I was locked out of my hotel room. The lock broke, the little computer lock. Even the the manager couldn't get it open. I thought I was going to have to run to the certification. Thank goodness I'm a runner, because I had gone down for breakfast and left my keys and everything
Oh
in my room.
no.
But he physically like took the thing off of the door so that I could get in and get my keys. That was like
You were meant
day
to have
one.
that certification.
Yes, that was day one. And then I went through the class, and demo day, second day, they're like, okay, we're going to demo tomorrow. We're going to pick out of this hat, and whatever number you get you're the one who demos that number. So I picked number 1, and I was like, oh no, I have to go first now. And they said, now here's the 3 musicians that you can pick from their songs, that I had never heard of any of them before.
Oh my goodness.
So I just went back to my room, and I called my husband, like, I don't know if I can do this. I can't find any music. And he's like, don't worry about it. It's just the, silly certification. Don't worry about it. But it ended up, I woke up at 3 a.m, went online, found songs that hit me, did it, and passed my demo. So
Wow.
so when I came back with Buti, there's a lot of yoga in it. So I wanted to make sure that I was saying the words correctly, showing them how to do the postures correctly. So I enrolled in a 200-hour certification. And even in then, it was just stretching me so much, because again, I went into that class. There were a lot of younger people. Some people already had a 200-hour that were there. But I stayed in the class. I met Kendra and Gianna Giarusso, and they really encouraged me. One of the instructors, she was just very, very encouraging to me, like, stay with it, don't give up.
Brilliant.
And as the weeks went by, I saw, even the younger people, they were a little nervous too. So I just like stuck with it, did it, passed that. And then from there, I started getting a little bit more of self-confidence, still, not quite there, but that's really how I started. And then everything just evolved from there.
Okay, so that's initial trust in yourself to go and get that original certification for Buti.
I owe it all to Buti. Yes.
Thank goodness. That really shook up everything then, didn't it?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, good on your niece for pushing you to do that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks to her. That's amazing. So obviously you started doing all the yoga, and then how would you say you started healing yourself? Because I know you do other modalities, as in sound healing, energy healing. So how did you start? Was it your original that you started to use it for yourself before did you have sessions, or how did you come to start healing thyself?
Coming to healing myself, again, I'm going to go back to Buti yoga, because during the time when I was doing my 200-hour, I would always hear every once in a while people saying, oh, my life was this and running saved me, or my life was this and this saved me. And I always think to myself, like, how can running save you, and how can whatever save you? But at the time I was going through this 200-hour, my sister-in-law was really, really ill, and we had to we didn't have to, we wanted to take turns helping to take care of her.
Of course.
And when I was there, it was just so awful, and it was just so sad, but I just kept thinking to myself, like, I'm going to leave here and I'm going to go to Buti yoga later, and I'm just going to pound it out on the mat and let it go and just release it.
Yeah.
And that really, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like saving me from like being on a TikTok like a crazy Karen in McDonald's saying, where's my keys? You have to, like, just having a crazy meltdown in the middle of a store or something. And that's when I realized movement and things like that can really heal you and help you release things, because holding things in, burying things, is never good. And sometimes we bury them in and don't even realize that they're still.
Yeah, you're so right there. You're so right there. Sometimes we stuff it down because we think we haven't got time to deal with it right now. And then you actually don't deal with it at all. So, and then that stuffing down gets higher and higher. At some point, your little body's not got the capacity to hold it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you just have to, you have to get rid of it. And sometimes, which it'll hit you out of the blue. You'll be like, where is this coming from? I don't know. I had a maybe 4 or 5 years ago, like an old boyfriend that I had, like one of my first boyfriends. He was just at the time a horrible person. He was horrible to me. And he contacted me, like tried to Facebook contact me or something. And I like flipped out to my friend and I was like, what is he doing? And she was like, whoa, where is this coming from? Like, why do you even care?
Yeah.
It was so long ago. Like I mean, what is happening? And I thought, oh my gosh, you're right. But
Yeah,
I
it
must
does
have
come out.
had.
It comes out without, I say, and that can be quite scary, that something so intense and so destructive in ourselves comes out. It's not like we want to destroy anyone
Yes.
else, but it's destructive to our own mental health, to our own well-being. And it's just like, seriously, where did it come from, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So it showed me that I had like unresolved trauma in that area, that I had to let it go, that I didn't forgive the person, which I thought I had forgiven this
Yeah.
person. But obviously I didn't. And it ended up being great because I just was like, okay, I'm just going to, just open the communication, just saying, hey, yes, it's me. And it was just, he was actually trying to like apologize to me, just saying like, I know this is really weird, but I just feel like I need to tell you that I'm so sorry for everything, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't talked to him since, which is fine. I mean, I didn't want to like be friends with him or communicate, but it
No,
ended
obviously
up,
things have changed and you're in a wonderful place with a wonderful man
yes,
now. So, yeah.
right. But had I just closed the door and been like, no, things would have been different. I
It
would have
would have
still had
still
that
eaten you up somewhere, because
right.
it opens up that door. That's what's so I find also so shocking is the word I get, is that opens up like a door which you thought you completely shut, and suddenly it's like ajar, and there's all this stuff coming through, and you're like, what? Yeah.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And from that, I learned the importance of, when things like that come up, not shoving them back down, to
Yeah.
release them. So
Mhm.
that's how I kind of like came into, I'm like, well, maybe I need some energy work. Like my friend, she had been talking about energy work. Like maybe I need some of that to release. And then being in Shavasana, I was always one that didn't really like Shavasana because my
Okay.
mind was
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
crazy.
I used to be like that in yoga as well. I mean, I'm not yoga certified, and it's just, yeah, very basic what I do, but it's enough for me. I'm not going to get myself yoga certified, but I also used to find that very difficult as well, just lying there.
Yeah. And so I started using that time, saying, okay, this is my time to connect and release. Like if there's anything left inside of me that doesn't serve me, like I try to close my eyes. And they say like your third eye is blind, but you still see, and it sees inside. So I'd close my eyes and I just try to connect and just feel like, show me anything that I need to release or get rid of. Or that just doesn't belong and I just need to send it out. And
Yeah.
that's how I began to find some inner healing and self-healing, which again, then I turned and by not coincidence, but kind of coincidence, got with sound and fell in love with sound, and
Oh,
then
yes, but I
realized
can
how much
understand
that
that
could heal.
completely. Yeah, because you can combine all three of them together. The three modalities, they actually go perfectly hand in hand. So that's wonderful that you've got that. You can really pick your tool to help yourself, but also to help, those who come to you for,
Yeah.
for themselves as well. So when would you say was the moment that you started to really step in to be unapologetically thyself, unapologetically Shelley on? This is who I am, and this is who I stand for, and this is, this is me, take it or leave it kind of thing. Owning that sovereignty, what you obviously bring
Maybe
to the table today.
not too long ago, I wouldn't say, maybe within the last like year or two, because I was still had a little bit of imposter syndrome. I
Yeah.
still felt like, again, I'm not really a makeup person, and
I understand.
it's just not me. So I always felt like a little bit less than. And then I just started doing Monday motivations. And on my Monday motivations, I'm like, I'm just doing this in one take. I don't have time to be doing 50 million takes. I'm doing it in one take. If I stumble over my words, then I'm just stumbling over my words. Whatever my hairdo is, that's my hairdo. And Monday
Yeah, but that's how
motivation
you are, and that's how people love you, because you're being authentic.
Right. If I have a ponytail, then I'm doing it in a ponytail. I'm not putting extra makeup on. If I look and I see like a little fat roll, I don't care. I just leave it because it's
I'm sure
me,
there's none.
No, and it's just, I just started to accept actually my own self. So in accepting my own self and not worrying about wearing Spanx or sucking in my gut or whatever, I just started accepting my own self, which was
Yeah.
a lot. That helped me to then just become like unapologetically myself. And I still have a ways to go,
Oh
but
yeah, we all
slowly
do.
I'm
It's all a journey.
peeling the layers off and just becoming myself and just, I'm writing my own certification now that has like
Oh
energy work
wow.
in it as
Oh
well
my goodness.
as sound healing together. So in
Wow.
my own way of what I see and what I feel
That's
as far as, yeah,
amazing.
as far as laying on of hands and things like that.
That's
Um
brilliant. I can't wait for that. Oh, that's awesome. So it's going to have basically your favorite modalities merged into one.
yes, yes,
Oh, nice. That's
yes.
really nice. Oh, no, I really understand where you're coming from, peeling back those layers and like always worrying about what someone else is going to think at the end of the day. And do I need to look this way or that way? No, it's just, it is literally learning to love and accept yourself for everything that you are, isn't it? And it sounds really easy to say, but it's really hard and it's a continuous journey.
It is a continuous journey. And I
And we have
love
our dips and
people.
flows. Yeah, we have our
Yes.
dips and flows as well. So it's not like, it's yeah,
And
yeah,
I love people and I want to help people heal. And I just thought too to myself, I want them to see the real me and see
yes.
that a real person can do this, which means you can do it.
Basically everybody, like I always say,
Right.
everybody
We're,
can trust, heal, and be thyself. That's all my whole journey is like I start trusting myself,
yes.
trusting, I was then having healing, and then I was like, well, I want to be able to, I don't want to be codependent on someone for my own healing. I want to be able, I never thought, I'd share it with others. I thought it would just be for me and my little boys, and then it just unfolds.
Yes.
It
Yes.
unfolds exactly as it's supposed to unfold for every individual in their own unique way. So,
Yes.
and I truly believe everyone can tap into their own magic as well. And I
Yes.
feel
Yes. I agree.
exactly, yeah, you feel
It's
exactly the same.
accessible to everyone.
Definitely, definitely. So, what advice would you like to offer our viewers today on, for them to start mastering thyself, step into their own power and, to start their own journey, or if they're on their journey, to encourage them to continue?
So a few things. First, you're not going to be, I always say, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm some people's love elixir. So,
Oh, I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, I used to get offended when, like, I'd either demo or in the beginning, like, I'd go to work somewhere and they'd be like, no, we don't really like your style. Or, but then there were people that were like, oh my gosh, I love your energy. I love your. So, you don't have to be everything to everyone. If you are yourself, then your people will find you. If they leave, then they're not your people.
Yeah. And also,
And
you have to think about you wouldn't always like, if you're looking for someone to go to yourself, like if I was looking for someone, it's got to be someone who resonates with me. Not everybody's going to be my cup of tea. Doesn't mean they're bad or not good
right.
enough or I'm terrible. It means it's a different vibe and
Yes.
it's
Yes.
a perfect vibe for someone else, but not for me, maybe. And vice
Right. Fine.
versa.
Yes, your energies might not align, but people that whose energies align with you will find you. And to not, don't sweat the small stuff. Just listen to that still small voice. And if that still small voice is guiding you to do something and you know that you have gifts or you're gifted or you're meant to even just say or do something, just give it a try.
Yeah.
Because if you don't ever try it, then you don't know if it works. And if you make a mistake, I make mistakes all the time. I use my sound baths too. I practice in there, I experiment and stuff. And sometimes I'm like, ooh, that didn't work. Like, oh, don't do that again. Or oh my goodness, I made this beautiful sound and this
Yeah,
instrument's not even supposed to be doing that sound. So I just play and experiment. And like I said, don't worry about what other people are doing, because you'll never be able to find your own path if you're looking at other people's
that's
journeys.
very, very true and very wise. It's completely, utterly true. So how can people find you, Shelley? How can people reach out to you?
So they can find me if you look on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Lil Yogi Om. So it's Lil Yogi Om. And we're all Lils in my family because we're Portuguese, we're small. So we've always called each other Lil since I was a kid. My mom's Lil Dottie. I call my son, one of my sons, Michael, Lil Michael. And so
Oh,
when I got certified, my other son said, hey, you should call yourself Lil Yogi. So that's how I became Lil Yogi Om, and it's OLM, not Om the universal sound, but OLM, that's my
yeah,
husband's
for
last
your
name.
surname, yeah.
Mine. Yeah. So that's how you can find me on social. My website is omwellness.com, and you can find I have a YouTube channel also, Lil Yogi Om. I put my Monday motivations on there. I tape all different types of yoga
Oh,
classes.
wow, yeah.
I have some meditations on there. I'm working on another. I've got a beautiful meditation that came to me the other day when I was driving, and it's just about
Oh,
angels and picking up the person, and it's just
oh, wow.
amazing.
Get this out, get this recorded. I
So
want to listen. I want to do
I'm going to
it.
record that one. But yeah, if you look on my website, it'll tell you about my certification and things that I'm doing. Always willing to do things online as well. And I just want to help as many people as I can, find their purpose, or once they have completed some sort of training, just to not feel like then they're just thrown out into the world. So if they want
Yeah,
to know the next steps, I'll help
yes,
them with the next steps
yes.
and just provide encouragement to anybody who needs encouragement. And just remember that you're special, you've got a beautiful light to shine, and that you matter to the world, you matter to the universe. You weren't put here without reason.
Yeah. And it's just definitely, and there's so much love in every word that you've just said there. And I just feel the vibrancy of your joy in you as well. And it's just awesome. I feel really honored that, that you done your Reiki certification with me. That just is just awesome. So I know how this lady does her Reiki and her laying on hands, and it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just so excited that we've still able, even if you can't be in the country I live in at the moment, that we get to connect this way. And
Yes.
you've been able to share your beautiful energy with us all today. And it's been so delightful having you here. And I just can't wait for us to catch up again. And for anyone who's watching today, if you feel like you really resonate with Shelley's energy, reach out to Shelley. Shelley has got a heart of gold, and she will definitely take you by the hand, and she'll shake your booty with her booty yoga and all the rest as well. So,
And if
yeah.
it's something that I just don't know what to do, or I guarantee I know somebody who I can steer you.
Exactly. It's the collaboration as well, which works so well. We might not be we might think, that it resonates, and you might say, no, but that's also absolutely fine, because that initial contact's been made, and you don't know where your journey and where your paths are going to cross in the end. They intervene, they always cross at different points again. There's always a reason why someone kind of falls into your life, I would say, as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
gracefully falls into our paths.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Same with us. Like, I saw your face and I
Yeah.
just knew. I was like, yep. I knew I was doing my Reiki 2 with you. And then I was just like, Lord, if there's any way that I can do my master level training with Kelly in part, like, if there's any way, just make it happen.
And it worked, and it's just
And
phenomenal.
my husband's like, hey, Inner Shoots is back up in Germany. You want to come? And I never go. And he asked me to go. I said, yes, I do. I certainly do. How far is that from Kelly? Because I want to go down and see Kelly. I'm like, perfect. And so
It was perfect. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. Oh, such a blessing. Oh, so much gratitude there completely.
So just
Oh,
trust yourself. Trust, like I said, trust in yourself. Trust that still small voice that is guiding you and telling you to try it. Just give it a little try. That's all.
yeah.
And find people that align with you, that'll help you, that can be mentors to you, and then you in turn will become a mentor to somebody else.
I think you're completely right. And I've just realized, I think well, I've been filming this wrong, so we've probably been not talking next to each other. We've been dancing backwards and forwards. So sorry about that, everybody. So you've been watching that while we've been doing this. So I want to thank everybody. Well, first I want to thank Shelley for coming on today and being part and having a couple with us all today. And for everybody and wherever you are in the world, if it's good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, thank you for taking the time to share a couple with us. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as we have, and we look forward to connecting with you all very, very soon. So take care and lots of love from us both. Bye-bye.
Bye.